Hey there, Happy New Year. It's Therapy Thursday. Today is the very first Thursday of this decade and the very first Thursday of 2020. I am excited about it. I hope that you are too. Now, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, but I do believe in reflection and projection. So today I'm going to encourage you to do some reflecting upon your life over these past years and what's worked for you and what hasn't, and then also to do some projecting moving forward, what you would like to try that maybe you haven't tried that might work for you. So maybe some strategic planning, if you will. So I want you to strategize and project what you would like to see happen in your life moving forward. So a couple of things I want to encourage you to do is to, number one, get to know yourself. Know what motivates you, who motivates you, what or who demotivates you as well. And then also how you tend to respond emotionally to things, situations, experiences, or people. So, in other words, what's your typical emotional response? And your emotional responses are very important to be aware of because your emotional response has a lot to do with your actions and or behavior. So, if you're aware of what you're experiencing internally, you have more control over how you respond externally. So, we'll talk more about that later on. So, also, if you've watched recent videos of my Therapy Thursday videos, you maybe have noticed that I've been talking a little bit more about living in your truth and being honest with yourself and congruence. So, what I mean by that is being honest with yourself about what's going on internally, what your internal experience is, what your thoughts and your feelings are. So, being honest with yourself about what you're presenting to other people. So, feeling one way internally, thinking one way internally, but presenting something completely different to other people. So if you're angry, but you're pretending that you're not angry, or you're disappointed with someone, but you're pretending to be happy with them, instead of being able to verbalize what you're actually experiencing internally. This promotes depression and anxiety and overall unhappiness. So I want to encourage you to get comfortable with being able to present your actual experience to people and with people. And we'll talk more about that later on as well. I don't want to give you too much in one video. I tend to try not to hold you too long because I know that people get bored after so many minutes. So I'm going to try to rush along. Now, I also want you to be honest with yourself about your financial situation. Are you living above your means? Are you investing your money in things that are meaningless and purposelessness, or they're purposeless, and they're preventing you from being financially stable? And then also, are you not investing your money on things that could help with financial stability? Are you not saving? So, are you being careless with your finances? So, be honest with yourself about that. Be honest with yourself about your relationships. Are they healthy or unhealthy? That is something that's very difficult for people. Sometimes people convince themselves that an abusive relationship is okay and that they're happy, and they present that to other people, but internally they're suffering. So I want you to really practice on that, and then also being honest with yourself about your mental health status. Do you need to see a professional? Are you depressed? So many people do things like, they say things like, I don't like being around other people, or I'm angry. And really, what they're experiencing is depression. And so sometimes a lot of people don't realize that they don't that's what they're experiencing until they actually get help. So I want you to be honest with yourself about whether or not there's a mental health situation that needs to be addressed by a professional. And you all know how to get in touch with me, carmelbrowncounseling.com, or you can call my office at 618-717-2732 if you want to talk about that. Your physical health status. Be honest with yourself. Is there a situation going on that needs to be addressed? Are you doing some things or engaged in some things that are promoting poor health? Are you in a situation in which you need to lose a few pounds? Are you engaging in overindulgence that's promoting obesity? Or you are engaging in some unhealthy habits to stay thin that's promoting poor health? You're not well because you're depriving yourself of nutrients. So those are things that you also may need to see a professional about, and you guys know that I can certainly help out with that as well, because those are mental health and psychological issues that people deal with very often. Using food for coping skills, depriving themselves, starving themselves to be thin. A lot of times there's other issues going on that are underlying with situations like that we can talk about. And you know that I promote health and fitness, so I will definitely be prescribing, in addition to maybe a little counseling, some physical fitness training and things like that, and maybe some nutritional changes. So I also want you to be just honest with yourself about other people's experience with you. Is it really other people? Are 90% of the people that you engage with, or that you are interacting with, do 90% of them really have issues, or is it you? Very often we convince ourselves that other people have issues and that they're doing things to us to make us unhappy. And very often it's us. So all of us have to look in the mirror at times. So 3 things I want you to ask yourself. Number 1, what motivates you or energizes you? And be honest with yourself. What or who motivates you? Number 2, what or who are you grateful for? And be honest, be congruent, because some of you will say, oh, I'm grateful for my family, but you don't really like being around your family and you're constantly complaining about how they get on your nerves. Be honest. What are you truly grateful for? And number 3, what's not working for you and why? So those 3 questions I want you to ask yourself. All right. And after you ask yourself those questions, I have one more question for you. What are you going to do about it? What's the plan? So stop doing things and doing people that aren't working for you. All right? Because it's probably preventing you from making progress in life. So that's all I got for today. I'm going to let you go, and I will see you on the next episode of Therapy Thursday. Once again, Happy New Year. I look forward to spending time with you, coaching, counseling, training you so that you can become the best version of yourself. Hey, I'm happy to be back to work. I start seeing clients in the office next week. I just stopped by the gym. I'm here in the office now, just getting prepared and getting warmed up for next week for this 2020. Hey, in 2019, I had a wonderful year. I had the pleasure of acquiring well over 100 new clients last year here in the office. I think it was around 140 new clients in counseling, and I'm very happy to see that people are actually starting to seek professional help and that they are interested in becoming the best versions of themselves. And I hope to see you in the office or in the gym sometime in this upcoming year. I'm excited. Hey guys, let's have a great year.